Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel where we talk about stuff. The question of the day is it time for you to buy more Bitcoin? We have been very lucky in the cryptocurrency space regarding a large portion of our news, not just as of late, but kind of in general. The companies and institutions who flirted with the market, at least back in 2024, seem to have very high convictions, ideas that the cryptocurrency market is about to do something substantial. If you've happened to not see any of the last few months of videos, give or take, depending on when they actually were released, these companies are saying quite grandiose things about price predictions for the cryptocurrency space this year. Historically, we used to get a lot of news. In 4 years, Bitcoin will be here. In 2.5 years, we're expecting this price. 2025, we did pretty well. Not as well as many assumed, as it was the year after the halving. But 2026 is kind of like the new halving after a year or something like that, where everyone's kind of predicting that things are going to go much higher. If you didn't see from Santiment, from Grayscale, from Laura Croft, what's this woman's name? I never remember her name. Kathy Wood, and one or two other people, they're expecting in the first half of this year that we are going to get to a quarter of $1,000,000 Bitcoin. I almost said $500,000, forgive my numbers. A $250,000 Bitcoin. The weirdest part in all of this, if you followed this channel or any crypto news over the course of the last few years, is that we historically never have people agreeing with each other. We never have this kind of thing where everyone is on, it's winter, I can't help it, is more or less on the same page as to where prices are going to go. We have another person, another entity, if you will, who has entered the cryptocurrency space, announcing their expectations for 2026. As you might have imagined, it's also quite spectacular as well. We are near the cusp of what could be a monumental bull run. I have been hard pressed, except for Peter Schiff, the gold guy. I'm pretty sure his name is Peter Schiff. He's the only person like really saying anything negative about crypto and Bitcoin's price. Everyone else is kind of on this boat of amazing things are here and going to happen even more. Van Eck, a large institution within this space, has announced that they are expecting market-beating returns for Bitcoin over the course of 2026. This is, of course, and I say it this way, nothing new, as we have heard every other company and analyst say the exact same thing. For those of you who might be slightly confused in some sort of way as to why this could be, it appears to have to do with stablecoins, with central bank digital currencies, with total value locked, with money moving into the market, more regulatory clarity, as it were, as well. And apparently behind the scenes, unbeknownst, but also beknownst to us, is a lot of discussion about integrating these things, cryptocurrencies, the ones that we know, into everyday kind of society. So, and I mean without having to give you the entire story of it, Van Eck is announcing that they believe that the long-term exposure by institutions within the space and the sharp reversal, as they say, of liquidity cycles within this market and who's actually providing the liquidity. Consistent with their view, Van Eck is continuing to build their own exposure to Bitcoin. announcing that the firm has added to their position during any kind of downturn. It would appear, as history usually does, is rhyming right in front of our faces. A lot of retail investors have once again fled and left the market. The cryptocurrency market means almost nothing to them. They did not receive their gigantic returns that they were expecting the year after the halving. And typically we see people leave the market. Now we have a lot of people entering the market and staying here and buying a lot more. The firm is expecting governments to rely increasingly on monetary expansions. And this is also part of the reason why we are seeing this idea of Bitcoin kind of become like a mantra within the financial world. If you somehow missed or have not seen any type of financial news, when someone to talk about Bitcoin is there, the old narrative of Bitcoin simply being digital gold is like a fraction of what they talk about. It basically has to do with the debasement of the US dollar. This is going to be gigantic in 2026 as we are seeing a massive amount of companies and countries rapidly leaving the US dollar. It's for a plethora of reasons. However, the one that sits largely in the corner has to do with deliberate debasement. If you have a dollar and then you print another dollar, the first dollar that you printed, it's going to have lost some of its value. If you print $1 million, those start losing. The first one that you printed has lost a huge amount of its value, respectively. If you print 100 million, every dollar that you printed before, not doing too hot. If you print 1 trillion, you've debased your currency heavily. When you start taking out debt and loans from other countries, the equivalent of hundreds of billions of dollars, you start devaluing your currency because you have to print more in order to pay off those debts. When you owe 35, 37, 38 trillion dollars, you're not really ever going to pay that debt off. So this is where we see the movement happening quite quickly from other countries who are like, the US has the world reserve currency, but they're not going to do anything about their debt problems or their money printing. If the other currencies around the world are caca-poo-poo, as we've gone over many times before, you have to do something. I told you before, and I don't know if you remember, and I told this to friends and they thought I was completely insane. And I think it's because people don't know how the world works, don't want to know how things function. Not everything is perfect, and it probably never will be. Do you know why crypto is going to succeed? Do you know why Bitcoin is going to probably go over $1 million+ per coin? Do you know why all the stable coins are rumored and central bank digital currencies are rumored to be put on Ethereum? It's because the rich people own it. Crypto is going to succeed because the rich people want it and need it to succeed. This is how a lot of things end up working. Do you know, and not to get too deep into that conversation, this was a discussion years ago that we had. Do you know why Wall Street began buying up all the single family homes and why they're going to own the lion's share? By the time we get to 2030 and then subsequently in 2040, there will be no new houses entering the market. Look it up. I don't have time to discuss it with you. Do you want to know why? It's because of an algorithm called Aladdin that's owned by BlackRock. You can also look that up as well. And it basically told these companies and institutions to start moving in this direction. They were also told many other things and many other markets to move into. If you are looking for a market to take over that you can kind of control on your own, you as BlackRock would then move into it at the most opportune time, as well as other countries and institutions and banks. None of this is random. None of this is haphazard. None of this is... We all knew that at some point the fiat currency market would become very fragile and begin to buckle under itself. The really weird part is that within crypto, we began getting news about this years ago. And the companies and the institutions. Remember how many times we had in 2024, the governments who we found out through SEC filings were buying Bitcoin ETF shares. And people within crypto, they would like, whatever, the price isn't moving, it's not moving. This is what happens. This isn't a hindsight 2020 kind of situation. It is literally just always the same. Crypto is going to succeed because these people want it to succeed. They own a large portion of it. It's being integrated into the financial world in a multitude of different ways. Crypto is now legit. It's no longer just a random thing. No, the largest companies who own the world are buying up huge amounts of it. Central banks are buying up huge amounts from it. So when we keep hearing, this is a personal viewpoint. When we keep hearing from these companies over and over that they're expecting. Remember when the people from BlackRock, if you weren't here, were talking about they're expecting Bitcoin's market cap to eventually outweigh that of all real estate in the United States? Rich people remember. That's how the market matures. That's how rich people get richer. And I stated before, this is probably around 2020 or 2021. We are going to live on a planet in the future where many people who chose to ignore every single thing that I've told you in every single video thousands of times. And then at some point, and I say a gigantic if because no one knows, at some point, if Bitcoin does go to 7 million, Ethereum does go to 114,000, XRP is at 218 per coin, you will be the main benefactor of all of that. Your friends and other people who shunned this market despite all the news over and over will not. And this is where I think a large amount of the, I dare not say social, but economic strife in the future is going to come from. You constantly have these things presented in front of you and people continue to ignore them. And people within the cryptocurrency space can hear this news for even when it was rumors years ago, people still ignored it. And now the fact that we have this news all the time from these companies and institutions who talk to and convene with governments and central banks, that they're expecting great things for the cryptocurrency market and for prices to not only hit new all-time highs, but do multiples of where they are currently right now. And then you still have retail leaving the market. Make sure that you invest and make sure that you keep your head down. Make sure that you put money away, that you secure your future, because apparently not everyone wants to make money. It sounds like a joke, but I've told you that before. That's just how the world is. I do sincerely hope that you've all enjoyed. I do hope that you all are having a great day, a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I do hope it's absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching, listening, liking, commenting, and supporting, and I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.